The new rules said that we could not publish anything without Pentagon approval, that we couldn't solicit information, and that we had to understand that publishing information, even unclassified information, if it was not approved by the Pentagon, posed a potential national security threat. And so our press corps collectively decided that we couldn't sign that document. The Pentagon confiscated our badges and we walked out together. It was about 50 of us that sort of walked out together, but overall hundreds of us turned in our badges because it wasn't just those who you see on camera, whose bylines you see, but cameramen, technicians, others who had supported our coverage also turned in their badges. Every single major news outlet across the political spectrum. If I'm agreeing that publicizing work that the Pentagon doesn't agree to is a potential national security implication, I think it's fair to fear that the next step would be to then charge reporters who publish information not authorized by the building. In May, he restricted our ability to move around the building because he felt like we were learning too much by talking to people. And around that time, there was a lot of criticism from the administration of our coverage of the U.S. strikes in Iran. The president said that they were super consequential and fundamentally changed Iran's nuclear program. And my colleagues reported that actually the intelligence within the Trump administration found that they'd only made a relatively small dent, not as impactful as the president said. And we saw restrictions around that time. And so I think it's fair to conclude that this was an effort to stop journalists from doing what we're supposed to do, which is to not sort of be an advocate for any one cause or position, but to report the news in a way that allows the American public to know what they need to know about an organization that spends nearly $1 trillion and employs nearly 3 million people, and make their own assessments about the way that this administration is conducting national security out of the Pentagon. Since the Pentagon opened in 1943, journalists have been allowed to operate there, and that's during the Vietnam War, which is a very contentious period, during 20 years of the War on Terror, and there has never been a confiscation of Pentagon badges in that time. This is not an easy decision. I'm really incredibly proud of people who made real sacrifices because the alternative was just not tenable.